Okay, right. So let's take a look next at creating a product and customizing the landing page. And again, I'm not going to go through this in like really detailed step-by-step guide because one, a lot of you will know this basic process already, and there are additional resources. I want to get through as much as we can today. So let's start off with product management, which you can find under catalog, products, and product management. Now, the product management screen allows you to manage the entire catalog of products from within your Infigo storefront. It allows a range of capabilities such as updating and maintaining your existing catalog of products, along with the ability to create new products and to duplicate existing catalog content as well. So at the time of creating or recording this particular webinar that we're doing now, we are on the cusp of introducing an updated user interface for product management, which hopefully should be out within the next few weeks. Whilst the main functionality will remain the same, we're completely refactoring the product management page. So this delivers a fresh design and several new features to enhance usability. And I've got a sort of one of our own test storefronts here just to show you an example of those changes. So some key updates that are included in here, they include the addition of advanced search features with filters for product types, for tags, categories, and more. So this allows you to be very specific in your product searches. And the user can, when this is released, will be able to perform bulk actions like publishing, unpublishing, deleting, and exporting products in XML or Excel formats. So you'll see on the top right here, a lot of the options we previously had for this have been grouped together. And you'll see each of them has the option to export all found, so everything in your catalog, or to just export selected. So that's just a case of selecting the ones you want and then choosing the relevant action. Okay, and then as we've just shown there, it sort of streamlines the interface by combining buttons and improving iconography for better readability, as well as adding pagination details for more streamlined navigation experience, let's say, than we had previously. All right. So I'll go back to my standard one here. So again, when this change comes in, they are similar in functionality. So I'll focus on the one we currently have. So creating products is nice and easy. We can click on Add New on the top right of the screen, and then based on what we've got enabled in terms of product type, that will give us the ability to select between those options. Now, the lesser used ones, such as kit products or multi-product custom products, are available in this custom section here. So if you select custom, you'll get the whatever available product types you have enabled available in the dropdown. Simply select the type of product you want, add a name, and create. Once that's created, you'll have access to the product details page for that product, allowing you to specify details such as landing page information, pricing, categories, and so much more. Each product type will have many shared configuration settings. However, there are some settings that are product type specific. Okay, so I very quickly want to just run through some of the commonalities or common inputs and options that you might find on pretty much all of the product types. So this is things such as pricing, landing page content, associated categories, and that kind of thing. Again, I'm not going to focus on these in too much detail. I'm just going to make you aware of their existence, and then there's resources, or you can ask us if you want more information. Okay, so first looking at the product info page, this is primarily allowing you to add the details to your product landing page, such as various different descriptions in various different locations. We have got the ability to populate these using our content template functionality, which allows you to make much more visually appealing landing pages without the need for coding skills, essentially. So it's kind of a building block approach. If you go down to the bottom of that info page, there's a few separate product settings on there as well. And these are very user specific. Not everyone will need all of these settings. It's things such as allowing customer reviews. So a B2C storefront might want to allow reviews on certain products. You can put product tags on your product. So that will allow you to, it's just another way of grouping products together, really. So if you have a product tag, actually, let me show you a different product. So let's go with this one here. So it says detailed landing page. What I've done with this product, which again, you have access to through those resource pages I gave you, is I've just tried to enable as much as I can. So it's a bit of a mishmash of things. It's a bit of a mess, but it just kind of tries to show you what kind of things you can enable and add to your product landing pages. So we've got descriptions. We've got things like attributes that we'll be covering later, available stock levels, pricing information, reviews. And then what I was just talking about down here is our tags. So this is where we can group different types or different products together in a slightly different way. We give them the same tag, which it's our choice whether we show that or hide that from the user. That will allow you to put them together. So if you click on the tag, it will then show you all of the associated products that are within that tag or have that tag. Okay, another very useful setting that you have down here is the admin comment. So if you do have multiple people working on a product, for example, the admin comment, as the name suggests, is just admin facing only. So put whatever note you like in there just for your colleagues' purposes or just your own memory. We also have the ability to put certain search engine optimization settings on a product by product basis. There's a whole series of tutorials on that. I'll skip product variant for a second and get back to that. We have category mapping. So that gives us the ability to actually assign our products to groups of products that we call categories. Again, we'll cover that a little bit later on. And then the next three tabs are all fairly similar things. So we've got related products, cross-sells, and required products. And all you're doing with these is basically associating products with the current product. And each tab is just changing how these are displayed. So related products will be shown on the product page itself. Cross-sells will be shown within the basket. And then required products are where the customer is obligated to add a different product to the basket when they add this product. So taking a look at our messy sample product, we can see that I've got a related product to the bottom here. So it's basically just advertising another product from this particular landing page. Or if I add this product to my basket, I haven't configured it correctly, unfortunately, but we would see a cross-sell either as a bar on the bottom showing you additional products, or you can have it configured as a pop-up window as well to actually show you cross-sell products. So basically, are you also interested in this item? That kind of thing. Okay, we have the Pictures tab, which, as the name suggests, allows you to put various images on your product. We have specification attributes. Now, product attributes we'll be covering a little bit later on, and product attributes are kind of choices you're giving to the user. So things like material selection, for example. Specification attributes are more fixed pieces of information. So again, we've got other resources on this, but you've got the ability with specification attributes to sort of put in fixed pieces of information that you want to either provide or hide from the user. So you can have them shown or hidden on the landing page, and you can put in predefined lists of information. So it might be like material, let's say, if it is a set material, or you can have it so that you can manually input the information in there as well. So we've got a basic example on our messy landing page of a specification attribute. So here, for example, product specifications, and then it's just showing us some specification information that I have assigned to this particular product. And then an important one to remember as well is the display settings tab over on the end. So this gives you the ability to show and hide a few other bits on your product landing page, things such as breadcrumbs at the top of the page, which is very, very useful. Just showing you sort of category structure and that kind of thing. But it also has a lot of settings here to do with reordering and changing around how elements are displayed on the page itself. So you can specify where all these different elements of the page are going to be displayed in relation to other bits of the page. And then you've got a simplified diagram at the bottom showing you the different areas. Coming back to the product variant, now mostly this is going to be used for pricing information. However, it does have some other capabilities as well. So each product will only have one product variant. And this, I like to think of this as containing more of the technical information for the product. So things like pricing, weight and dimensional information, attribute information, and things like that. Other things you can do in here are things such as specifying whether this is a downloadable product, so whether the customer purchases and then can download the output. You can specify, as I mentioned, weights and dimensional information if you need to utilize that in your shipping calculations. You can specify tax information, inventory tracking. So if you do have a certain inventory of this particular product, you can specify how many you have, how it's tracked. If these can only be purchased in bulk of like 100 or something like that, you can specify that as well. Other tabs on here. So we've got pricing, attributes we'll cover later on, discounts. So if you do want to apply discounts to a particular product, you can do so from this tab here. Although discounts are specified and set up in a different part of Infigo. And again, we have resources for that if you're interested. One thing I will point out for those that are maybe a bit more unfamiliar, if you have got a product type which has its own unique number of settings, so let's say a multi-part product will have its own unique settings in some respects, a static PDF will have its own unique settings, those are often accessed from a separate page. So let me just show you where those are. So if I go to the product page of a static PDF, for example, if I look on the top right of that page, you'll see that I have static PDF config. And you'll get a similar icon for the different product types if there are relevant settings for that product type. And they will just take you to the specific settings for those particular products.